Last night at the Grammys was pretty interesting. We saw a lot of big awards, including Kendrick Lamar winning the Rap Album of the Year with Mr. Moral and the Big Steppers, with some people thinking that it should have been Future's I Never Liked You. Me personally, I'm just glad it wasn't DJ Khaled or Jack Harlow because Come Home the Kids Miss You by Jack Harlow, man, that must have been one of the most middest projects I've heard all year. And DJ Khaled's project was pretty fire, but the caliber of Mr. Moral and the Big Steppers and I Never Liked You, not even close. But anyways, the topic right now, Quavo and Offset fight backstage at the Grammys after Quavo blocks him from a Takeoff tribute. And if you guys didn't already know, Quavo and Offset were actually a duo for a little bit. They had this project called Only Bill for Infinity Links, and they kind of went as a duo as Uncle and Feud, just like the song Hotel Lobby. And some of my favorite songs in there were To the Bone, Not Out, Chocolate with Young Thug and Gunna, Free Young Thug, Gonna Guess Gunna, So Called a Snitch. 2.30 was pretty fire, Mix You was also pretty good, and Hell Yeah was also really good. But anyways, yeah, they're pretty much a duo, only built for Infinity Links, so they were super close, niche together. And then obviously Offset kind of drifted in his own way for his whole solo career. Let's just quickly go over to Offset. And Offset right now has 15 million monthly listeners, and his biggest song being Ric Flair Drip. And his latest released song is Too Live, or Too Live with Hit Boy, which didn't really make that much noise, but it was the first single that he dropped after the whole situation with Takeoff. You know what I mean? Code with Moneybagg Yo was a pretty good song too, but in reality, I think we all love the Migos as a whole, with Quavo, Takeoff, and Offset. But anyways, just back to what I was saying. Quavo blocks up for the Takeoff tribute, and let's just kind of go in depth and just see a little bit more details on there. There's clearly still serious bad blood between Migos rappers Quavo and Offset following the death of Takeoff, and those emotions boiled over backstage at the Grammys into a physical fight. Sources of the show tells us just before Quavo took the stage to perform the song Without You, as a tribute to Takeoff during the memorial segment of the show, him and Offset got into a physical fight and had to be pulled apart. And man, that's just something you don't want to see happen. Like, that's just super upsetting to hear because, man, like, they need to be together, Offset and Quavo. I don't care what kind of BS they're going through. Your family member died, man. And obviously it was quote unquote Quavo's fault because it was like an ego situation. And Takeoff was the guy that definitely did not deserve to get shot and killed accidentally. But man, but at the same time, I can also kind of see Quavo's point is, yo, Offset wasn't there for Takeoff the whole time. So Quavo's kind of like, yo, like, why are you trying to show love now after he's dead when you were clearly beefing with him? So I think that's kind of Quavo's perspective on it. And obviously Offset probably just feels so bad about the situation, right? He's like, man, like I'm still there for my brother, you know what I mean? But I just, like, that's just super sad to see, like, Quavo and Offset get into a physical fight, man. That's just super sad. And the song Without You by Quavo was absolutely beautiful. It was a beautiful song. It was an auto-tune ballad of just Quavo singing his heart away. Just talking about how much he misses, Takeoff, Yeah, I think it's just a very unfortunate situation. Let's just read some more details about it. Our sources say it was Quavo who started the fight. Interesting. So I guess what I'm assuming probably happened is Quavo was getting ready to perform on stage, and Offset's like, yo, I'm gonna come and join you. I know this is your song, but I wanna give tribute to my brother Takeoff too. But Quavo was probably like, no man, I'm not having that. You weren't there for him. So I'm guessing that's just kind of how the situation played out. It also says we should know Quavo and Takeoff were extremely close to the time of Takeoff's murder. Yeah, they were together playing dice, so it makes sense. And they made the project called Only Build with Affinity Links, or however you pronounce it. Let me just go back. Only Build for Cuban Links, I think it was called. Only Build for Cuban Links. Yeah, Only Build for Infinity Links. Yeah, so obviously they were close, as you can see in the article. And what else to say? Nothing less people watching the Sunday show were disappointed to see. It was clear that not being between Quavo and Offset since Takeoff's death. Yeah, I mean, I saw some videos and pictures of them at the funeral together, but I guess that's probably just like a different situation, if you know what I'm saying. But man, you hate to see it, family getting into fist fights and stuff like that. That's just way too bad to hear. But you know, like the reality is, the fans are gonna want Offset and Quavo to get back together for the Migos, right? Because they're gonna do one more project for Takeoff, and obviously, I think what all of them should do is just give their best songs to the Takeoff, or even just add verses around some of Takeoff's best songs, and it's gonna be kind of like Amigos coming back together. And it's kind of sad that like the Migos may be coming back together, even though it's Quavo and Offset, and it has to be because a family member died. But maybe that's just what it is, you know. Maybe that's just fate to happen, but it doesn't look like it'll happen anytime soon. Like in reality, if they're fist fighting and stuff like that. But you know, I don't know. Why don't you let me know in the comments what you guys think about this situation? Quavo, Offset fight backstage at the Grammys after Quavo blocks him from Takeoff tribute. Thank you for watching. Peace out, and send us to all the Migo fans. Thank you for watching and subscribe.